Hey there, I'm Lieutenant Sheldon Cooper. I'm the creator of the new CAD system. I'm here to explain some basic concepts and how the CAD works. Alrighty, so first I want to go over just a couple things really quick. First off, please keep in mind this CAD is still in beta. You're basically helping to test this CAD on large scale, so it might go down, it might have bugs, it probably will break. So just keep this in mind. Please report all bugs via the report button. That's going to be on the right hand side of the screen once you get logged in. You'll see it once I'm logged in there. Do not post bugs in Discord. We are constantly improving this system. If something is wrong, report it and will get fixed. All permissions are based on Discord. If you are having a permission issue, check Discord and try logging out and back in. We are slowly migrating away from RocketCAD. Please check in-game which CAD they are using when running somebody's name. They may not know about the new CAD yet. You can only be logged into the patrol screen on one browser. You cannot have multiple patrol screens open at once. Previous identities or any other data from RocketCAD will not be imported. You must start from scratch. Identities cannot be deleted currently. The settings panel will be coming soon. We will not be accepting suggestions until January 15th, at which point we will have a list of upcoming features. Let's get started. First screen you're going to see when you go to the new CAD system is going to be this screen. This is the login screen. Pretty basic. Go ahead and click the big orange button that says login. Once you click that, you'll see a Discord authentication screen like this. It's going to give, make sure that you're okay with the permissions. We need these to make sure that you're part of the server and to see what permissions you have on the server. Pretty basic stuff. Go ahead and click authorize. Once you click authorize, you're going to be brought to the dashboard of the GSRP CAD. Here there's 5 main options currently. The ones that you're going to be dealing with the most is going to be identities and patrol. These are the two main ones that are going to get used the most currently. We do have some plans for some additional options later on, but for now this is what we've got. So let's head over to identities. Alright, once you're on the identities screen, you'll see this is going to list all of your identities. There's currently no cap on the amount of identities you can have, and you can edit these as you please. There is no option to delete identities currently. That's something we may implement in the future, but for now, because you have unlimited, you can just create additional, no need for deletion at this time. First thing I'll do is show you how to create a new identity. You click that orange button, new identity there. It's going to bring up this selection screen. We'll start with the name. Just make up a name here. And occupation. So this is going to be the most important thing in this screen. Once you select this and save your identity, this can't be changed. This will basically determine what shows up on your patrol screen. So if you're a tow truck driver, you're going to get tow truck calls. If you're bail bonds, you're going to get bail bonds tips. If you're parking enforcement, you'll get alerts if people can send in and say somebody's parked incorrectly. Taxi transport, if somebody needs a taxi. Tow truck, same thing. So this is very, very important, and obviously law enforcement will give you a completely different CAD screen when on patrol. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a civilian for now. This can be a civilian or unemployed. So I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm a doctor, and we'll pick this here. These custom icons are only for civilian. So if you pick taxi or transport, you're not going to get a custom icon. Alright, so go ahead with the doctor. And this can be a company name or a custom occupation. It's completely up to you. Then you'll pick your race, date of birth, and fill all of this out. Height is going to be in inches, weight is going to be in pounds, just for simplicity. Don't type anything else in there, it won't work. And then we'll go ahead and enter an address. These aren't restricted, you can really enter anything you want. So if you want it to be the house at the end of the block, you know, on so-and-so street, you can. Go ahead and save that identity, and it's going to create that identity. Alright, now we've got that created, we can scroll down here and we can see it's right there. So that's it for the identity screen. Pretty basic functionality. We tried to keep it as simple as possible at this time. Again, this is mainly a base to build upon, and we are still in beta, so lots of features to come. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to Patrol. Once you click Patrol, you're going to see all your various identities listed. It's a similar screen to the other identity screen, except here you're going to select one of these identities. We'll go ahead and start with a civilian. Let's go ahead and go with this taxi driver here. Here we're going to have the message of the day. This is basically going to be if there's any updates, anything we want to let you guys know, any downtime, anything like that, it's going to be there. Here in this box you have the current server time and date. Everything in the CAD will be based off this time and date. Here you have your current identity, your identity social security number, and what your job is. Because I'm a taxi driver, on my dashboard it's going to be a call list. Anybody that requests a taxi, it will show up here. Next thing on your navigation is your user list. This is going to show who's online. Basically this will display who has the CAD open in their browser. It's not going to be who's in TeamSpeak or who's in the server. It's who has CAD open in their browser. Pretty simple there. This is the identity they're logged in with. This is the Discord name or nickname per se. This is what job they are, and this is what company or custom occupation they are. Here we have vehicle registration. As you can see, I have one vehicle here. If I want to register a new vehicle, I can simply click New Vehicle, and here I can register that. Now keep in mind, once you register a vehicle, it will not be valid for 5 minutes. So you can see I applied for this vehicle license on this date on the 30th at 1:29. However, it wouldn't be valid until 1:34. There's a 5-minute gap there to ensure people aren't registering vehicles as they're getting pulled over. Weapon registration, same type of thing. You can create a weapon here. Very, very simple. Let's say I got a silver knife with a red handle. I got it at the gun store in Polito. Go ahead and register weapon. It'll take just a minute, then it'll show up. I've got a silver knife, red handle, serial number will show up here. That's what you'll give police if they ever pull you over, if this is a gun or something like that. And this weapon registration will not be valid until 2/29. Alrighty, now we'll move into the licensing center. As you can see, I do not currently have any licenses, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and request a driver's license, and I'll also request a firearm license. Now as you can see, the license is valid only after 14:30, so I have to wait 5 minutes before I can actually drive. So there's a little bit of a waiting period there on everything, just to make sure that you aren't registering things on the fly. Alright, now that we got the licenses down, we'll go ahead and move on to requesting services. So to start off, I'm going to request a tow truck. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to show you two screens. And keep in mind, all service requests work the same. So if you're requesting police, EMS, DOT, security, it all works basically the same. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. Alrighty, so up in the right I have the tow truck driver screen. Let's just say it's another player. And then this big screen here is going to be mine. So let's say I have a flat tire in Toledo by the chicken factory and my blue hatchback got a flat tire. I'm going to go ahead and call a tow truck. Now, as you can see, it instantly pops up for the tow truck driver on his screen. And then he's able to take that call. So if I scroll down, I can see I have a flat tire I called in and the call is currently pending. So if I switch over to the tow truck driver screen and I click take call, you can see that on my screen now, the flat tire call has been received. It says who's responding, and now you know that person is responding. Now, if I were to go try to request DOT right now, whoa, wait a minute, I don't get a form. There are no DOT crews online. You cannot submit requests at this time. So basically up here, you'll see 0 DOT crews online. If I go back to the tow truck, I've got 1 tow truck driver online. If I go to police, there's no Leos online. Security services, no security guards online. So in order to request a service, somebody has to have the CAD open and ready to accept your request. You cannot submit a request when nobody's online to take it. Pretty neat feature there. And that is instantaneous. So as soon as somebody comes online, this will immediately become available to you. So that covers all of these here. And that basically covers our Civ patrol screen here. Go ahead and go back. I'm going to go back to patrol. That instantly logs us out, brings us back to select an identity. So the final thing I'm going to go over here is going to be the patrol screen for law enforcement, or LEO. So anytime you select a law enforcement identity, you're going to get a little bit of a different screen. So to start off, you have 2 separate service lists here. Got your BOLOs as well as your 911 calls. Those will populate and you will get audio triggers, so there'll be beeps, as well as for the BOLOs, a little voice that will alert you that there's a BOLO out so you can check that BOLO. And again, we have the user list. Same thing on the Civ screen, nothing new there. The first thing that's different here you're going to see is field paperwork. This is where any paperwork or alerts that you need to file are going to happen. We've got citations, incident reports, BOLOs, arrest reports, and file warrants for arrest. Now, all of these do different things. They explain them here. Pretty self-explanatory. I'll go over them pretty quick here. Citation, this is for written warnings, traffic citations, criminal citations. Anytime you're going to write somebody a ticket, this is where you'll do it. You're going to pick your citation type first. That'll generate your case number in case you need to refer to it. You type in the location of your incident. Now keep in mind on all these forms, anything that is yellow is going to be required. So when I start typing in here, it's no longer yellow. If I start typing in here, it's still yellow. That means there's still additional input required. That means you need to explain more. You need to explain more of the situation. Okay, the little bit of text that I had there was not enough to explain a ticket. Next, you'll type the name of the person that you've pulled over. Let's just say it's this Sheldon Cooper guy. This stuff will generate here. Address will generate. If a vehicle is involved, you can put it here. You see that's not yellow, so it's not required, but it is an optional thing that you're able to actually type in a plate here. So yeah. And then your charges, you can either type a penal code or the actual charge. So for example, if it was speeding, I can start typing speeding in here. You can see there's various different options that come up from the penal code list. And we'll select XX speed, and we'll charge him $500. Now when you type on here, it is going to automatically add the decimal point and commas. So I'm typing 50000, and that's what it will do for us. You can see I currently can't file the ticket. That means I need to come up here and find what's still yellow. So now I can describe what happened, and now I'm able to file the ticket. All your field paperwork will be similar. Same with the incident report. Anything yellow needs to be filled out. Same thing here. You incident type, location, what happened, units involved. BOLO, this is kind of neat. Let's say I need to put a BOL out for a person. Let's say it was on Strawberry Ave, and it was a white male with a green shirt. Shirt there. Charges evading. We'll select that charge there. We'll give him a $5,000 charge there. Now when we file this BOLO, heads up, it's going to get a little loud.
BOLO has been issued.
That may be removed by the time that you're using this CAD, but that is there for now. That way when you're in game, you actually know something's going on in the CAD. BOLO's been filed, and now I can see that BOLO in the BOLO's list. I can view the charges here really easily. If somebody else is to capture that suspect, they can also view the charges. And then any authorized Leo can go ahead and close that BOLO once that person's been located, arrested, or has expired. Everything on the CAD will expire automatically after 2 hours. So BOLOs, 911 calls, anything like that will expire after 2 hours typically. Arrest reports and warrants, same type of stuff. Next we have the notepad. You can do whatever you want here. It's literally just a notepad that constantly saves. As I type something here, as you can see in the corner, it says saving saved. Instantly saves as soon as you get done typing. You can use this for whatever you want. You can see I've got some mock patrol logs here, but again, this is your personal digital notepad. Do whatever you would like with it. Okay, next we have name lookup. Pretty simple here. Enter first, last, or social. For example, I can enter my social over here on the left. I got 2296. It's going to show me Lieutenant Cooper, law enforcement. Or I can search for somebody. Here's a Sheldon Cooper. We'll view his details. Here's what a identity report looks like. It's going to give you all their information. It's going to tell you what's going on with their licensing. It's going to give you a warrant history, what charges were on those warrants. As you can see, all these warrants are expired. If the warrant is active, it'll be green. It'll be at the top, and it'll say active warrant. I can look at his citation history. Here's a traffic citation. Here's a criminal citation. Pretty simple stuff there. Arrest history, again, I can see what he's been arrested for. Look at any registered vehicles. Look at any registered weapons. And we can also see what he's called 911 for through the CAD. Doesn't work for /911 yet, but through the CAD we can see what 911 calls he's done, if he has a history of 911 calls or something like that. So pretty neat there. Vehicle lookup, you can look up by make, model, so I can type Ford here. For, we've seen a Ford, a red Ford in the area, F-150. We can see here, oh look, there's an F-150 registered, and somebody said, oh, the plate ended with 43. Well, here we go, look at this. So you can look up vehicles by description as well. I can also simply type red in here, and it's going to start listing all the red vehicles that come up. So obviously this list is going to start getting bigger, and you'll need to be more descriptive. But we're getting there. So yeah. You're going to also click the owner's name, and that will pull up their identity report. Weapon lookup. I just happened to copy one of those serial numbers there, so we can type in the serial number of a weapon. We'll look it up here. Same thing. We can click the owner, and it takes us to the owner's identity report. And then just with as with the Civ Patrol, we can request services: fire, EMS, tow truck. Same exact thing here. We've got one tow truck driver online, so I can request a tow. And same thing, when I request it, it pops up here, your current requests. Okay. So that concludes the tutorial. Hopefully I didn't go too quickly for anybody. If you have any questions, you can visit the Discord.